Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, about 11 a.m. ish, somewhere in this world. We have beautiful topics today, beautiful questions about spines, hips, and shoulders. Let's bring them on and let's save some lower back, spines, hips, and shoulders in the process.
Hello, everyone. So today's first question is from someone who is hearing all the stuff about the spine and the ideal spine position and which part to be flat, which to round, which not, and what to do. But he said like he hears this in theory, but as soon as he goes into the gym, he kind of does not know how this translates into training.
Yes, so it does seem like that information, a lot of information doesn't equal results in training. So I'll try to break it down. So first things first, the spine is great. And the first step we're going to do is we're going to unfocus on your spine and your spine positions. Nevertheless, and we're going to into details about the hips and shoulders saving the spine and not the spine saving itself in a second. But first things first, let's talk about the spine first. Basically, um, there's basically two shapes your spine can be in. The first one, like the classic S shape or double C shape, however we want to call it, like that's what you see in all the textbooks, like the little snake that's running down the book. This is kind of your natural position, right? Yes and no. So this is for me the perfect spine position for doing unloaded stuff. So in my weird world, I separate stuff for your spine in between if your spine is being loaded or if it's being unloaded. That means what is unloaded? Unloaded is basically everything that includes sports. That means running, playing tennis, basketball, jumping. So that means in my world, there's no heavy external loads on your spine or you're carrying stuff, whatever. Yes, a lot of people will say this is still loaded, but you get the point. We're not using a lot of external weight on your spine. So the S shape of your spine is perfect for generating explosive power. That means when you're jumping, you actually need to be in that S-shaped position to drive them vertically with as much explosive power as you can. Doing sports is extremely important because you're gonna run your spine through very weird and not textbook confirming positions. This is exactly what sport is for, right? So whatever, you're serving in tennis, you're doing some weird stuff, you're rotating, you're twisting. That's exactly what your spine needs with no external load involved. So do a lot of it. But also teach your spine, and I think in my world, that's the part that's missing a lot, is we also have to practice how your spine should be once it's under load, right? Because both positions are going to feed each other. Yes, your spine needs a lot of unloaded, twisting, weird movement stuff, but also the capability of being neutral on the load. So, what the fuck does neutral mean? In my world, this means I call it the ape shape because the spine of apes looked very different than ours. What happens once you have to load your spine? My favorite example is how toddlers pick stuff up off the floor. In the book, I have a video of a toddler trying to pick up, and actually picking it up, a pretty heavy weight, like a ball or something. Um, so when you look at those positions, this will look exactly like strongman is going to pick up an atlas stone or how I'm going to pick up a sandbag, just stuff in between your hands. Heavy stuff gets picked up by having a round, yes, this is the dangerous word, a round upper back. This is the most stable spine position for your T-spine, so for your upper spine. And with a straight lower spine. Okay, this is exactly what we need when we have to pick something up off the floor. And this is exactly what a neutral spine is. Round upper back, straight lower back. The S shape is the complete opposite. So you're going to have an overextended lower back and a rounded upper back. Okay, this is the principle of the spine position. Main takeaway is there's one position for being unloaded. Basically, everything you want to do, you don't have to take care of the positions. Just do stuff unloaded. Do yoga, BJJ, judo, tennis, do whatever you want, but also practice keeping it neutral under load. Are we going to talk about this? Because there's more beautiful questions about shoulders and hips, and we're gonna answer this with very practical examples in a second.
But with being said, on focus on the spine, what is your approach if you have someone in the gym? Because I'm just thinking about like natural deviations, because not everyone in real life has like that perfect S-shaped spine. So what if someone has more like in general, like when they are just standing relaxed, more of a flat back? And maybe this person also kind of like feels a difficulty to round their upper back when they are picking up something heavy. Would you then come in and try to move them towards rounding their back? Would you be like, okay, whatever you have is good and work with that?
Okay, so my job is to explain the extremes of what is possible and necessary. And there's a lot of gray area in between. So that doesn't mean we're going to start wherever you are, whether you're feeling not mobile or not flexible enough, or however different your spine looks. A principle is only principle if it applies to everybody and helps everybody. So if I'm correct, if I'm right, it should help everybody, no matter what your very special unicorn shape of your spine is. So the principles still apply. So that means if you start training with stuff that fits in between your hands, because this is going to bring you towards tension towards the inside, which will help you tremendously. Go to the ape shape position, which we just talked about, for picking heavy stuff up off the floor or just carrying it or whatever. It will help you. We're gonna start with whatever you got. I'm not okay. So here's the point. I'm not reducing the stress just to on your body, just to make you to make you look a certain way, which should be the optimal, but is not. Let's give you a practical example.